Have you ever looked up at the stars and felt a question bubble up from deep within? A question with no easy answer. Where did all this come from? What does it mean to be good? Are we truly free? Or is our path already written in the cosmic dust? These are not just idle thoughts passing in the night. They are the ancient whispers of philosophy. It is the oldest conversation in the universe, a grand human quest to understand everything. It's the art of asking the biggest questions, the ones that echo through the halls of time, waiting for a curious mind like yours to listen closely. Philosophy isn't a dusty subject locked away in an ivory tower, reserved only for bearded scholars in tweed jackets. It is something we all do every single day, whether we realize it or not. When you decide how to treat a friend, you are practicing ethics. When you wonder if the world you see is real or just a dream, you are touching upon metaphysics. It is the innate human drive to seek meaning, to untangle the knots of existence, and to find our place in this vast, bewildering and beautiful cosmos. It is a fundamental part of what makes us human. This journey doesn't require a special key or a secret password. It only asks for one thing: your curiosity. It invites you to be a detective of reality, a seeker of truth. You don't need a degree to ponder the nature of your own mind or the structure of a just society. All you need is the courage to ask why, and the patience to explore the possible answers. The universe is filled with mysteries, and philosophy is the flashlight we use to peer into the dark, illuminating the hidden corners of our own understanding and the world around us. So let us begin. Let us step onto this path together. A path walked by countless thinkers before us. It is a journey not toward a final destination, but into a deeper appreciation for the questions themselves. It is an exploration of the very fabric of thought, of being, and of the connections that bind us all. The universe is whispering its secrets. Are you ready to lean in and listen? This guide is a small map, a first step into a much larger world of wonder, a world that has been waiting for you all along. Where does one begin such a grand expedition? The landscape of philosophy can seem immense, with towering peaks of complex ideas and winding rivers of thought stretching back for millennia. It can be intimidating, but like any great explorer, you need a reliable map to get your bearings. For the aspiring philosopher, there is one book that has served as a gentle and enchanting guide for millions. It is a story, a mystery, and a history of thought, all wrapped into one. I'm speaking, of course, of Sophie's World by Justine Garda. This is not a dry textbook filled with dense jargon and abstract formulas. It is a novel, a captivating adventure that begins when a young girl named Sophie receives a mysterious letter asking a simple yet profound question: who are you? This single question becomes the thread that pulls her, and you, the reader, through the entire history of Western philosophy. You will not just read about the great thinkers. You will meet them through the narrative, walking alongside them as they grapple with the biggest questions humanity has ever faced. It's a journey through time and thought. Sophie's World excels because it transforms the history of ideas into a compelling mystery. Who is sending these letters? Who is Hilda? The story's narrative pull keeps you turning the pages, and with each chapter you effortlessly absorb the core ideas of philosophers from Socrates and Plato to Descartes and Sartre. It makes learning feel like discovery, like solving a puzzle where the pieces are the fundamental building blocks of our reality. The book's magic lies in its ability to make you forget you are learning as you become lost in the wonder of the story itself. Think of this book as your first conversation with the universe. It doesn't give you all the answers. No good philosophy book does. Instead, it equips you with a rich vocabulary of questions and introduces you to the brilliant minds who have tried to answer them. It shows you that philosophy is a living, breathing dialogue that continues to this day. It is the perfect starting point, a welcoming hand that gently leads you to the doorway of a much larger library, empowering you to choose which room you wish to explore next. Once Sophie's World has ignited your curiosity, you may find yourself drawn to specific territories on the philosophical map. Perhaps you are fascinated by the nature of reality itself. This is the realm of metaphysics, the study of what truly exists. To dip your toes into these deep waters, I recommend The Simpsons and Philosophy, the DOH of Homer. This book uses the beloved cartoon family to explore concepts like free will, the soul, and the meaning of life. It's a brilliant way to see how abstract ideas play out in a world we all recognize, making them accessible and surprisingly profound. Or maybe you are more concerned with how we should live our lives. What makes an action right or wrong? This is the heart of ethics. A wonderful and surprisingly engaging entry point is Michael Schur's How to Be Perfect. The creator of The Good Place breaks down complex ethical theories from Aristotle to Kant with humor and clarity. He uses everyday dilemmas like whether it's okay to enjoy a delicious sandwich made by a morally questionable person to make you think deeply about your own moral compass in a way that feels both important and fun. Then there is the question of how we should live together. How do we build a fair and just society? This is the domain of politics. For this, consider Plato's The Republic. While it is an ancient text, many modern translations are clear and accessible. Reading it feels less like studying a historical document and more like sitting in on a fascinating, timeless debate about the nature of justice, power, and the ideal state. It asks questions that are as relevant today as they were over 2,000 years ago, challenging you to design your own perfect society. Finally, we have the tools of thought itself. How can we reason correctly? That's logic. And how do we know what we know? That's epistemology. For a fun, combined look at these, try An Illustrated Book of Bad Arguments by Ali Al-Masawi. This slim, beautifully illustrated book teaches the fundamentals of logical reasoning by showing you the common fallacies and errors people make in arguments. It's like a field guide to flawed thinking, sharpening your own mind so you can navigate conversations and ideas with greater clarity and confidence. These books are merely signposts, pointing the way toward different paths of inquiry. They are not the destination. The true adventure of philosophy lies not in memorizing the answers others have given, but in developing the skill and courage to find your own. The goal is to cultivate a mind that is curious, critical, and open to the boundless possibilities of existence. It's about learning to be comfortable with uncertainty and to find beauty in the questions that have no easy answers. This is a power that belongs to everyone, not just a select few. You are now standing at the trailhead. The path splits in many directions, each leading to new vistas of understanding. Do not be afraid to wander, to get lost, or to double back. The journey of a philosopher is a personal one. What resonates with you? What questions keep you awake at night? Follow that thread of curiosity, for it is the most reliable compass you will ever have. Philosophy is not a race, it is a lifelong stroll through the grand museum of human thought, where every exhibit has something to teach us. This guide was crafted with the help of artificial intelligence, a tool that can assemble information with remarkable speed. But the spirit behind it, the curiosity that fuels the questions and the desire to share this journey with you, is fundamentally human. It is born from a soul that has looked up at the same night sky as you and felt the same sense of profound wonder. It is a collaboration between the new and the ancient, a testament to our ongoing quest for knowledge in an ever-changing world. So I turn the final question over to you. Where do you want to go from here? What mysteries are calling your name? Are you drawn to the Stoics and their search for inner peace? Or perhaps the existentialists and their radical freedom? Your feedback is the next step in this conversation. Let us know what you wish to explore. The universe is waiting for your answer, and the journey has only just begun.